What up? What up? What up, world? Hey, I'm excited. We just broke the 100-day mark. Football's coming up. Hey, I'm representing. You already
Should
know.
take that shirt off.
Let's
I got my
go.
red on. Let's go. Niner game. Bang bang.
We'll cut that out. Hey, we'll cut that out, guys. Hey, you know what time
Nobody
it is?
ever wants to
It's
hear that again. It's like the worst
Hey.
thing to say, dude.
mock draft season, boys. 12 team Superflex PPR Redraft. The one, the only, Dustin. I'm gonna introduce myself first.
Wow.
Frank's here.
What's up,
I'm
people?
last. It's like
Good
that.
to see everybody. Happy to be here.
And,
I'm ready to get
and
going.
there's Anthony.
What's up, my real friends? Not you guys. I'm talking to the people here.
Hey, guys, let's drop that intro. Boys, we're back. Mock draft season. Get Right Fantasy Network. We're here. It's going down. A lot of returns. We got some new faces. Guys, it's gonna be a fun one. We're starting around with ridinroundinarover, my boy.
Yeah.
Let's
And what's the
go.
first thing you do when you ride in a rover? You roll those sleeves all the way up. Let's go.
You?
You
Yeah.
have to. I don't know. I've never been in a rover. Rover, you're gonna have to tell me how it is riding in a rover.
It's a rover.
'Cause I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
It's a rover.
Rover?
I-
It says rover.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh man.
Don't drop the hard R on our show.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, I love the way my man started it off. When I looked, I was like, hey, shut the draft down. My boy killed it. What'd you guys think?
Where you at, Frank?
You know, I liked it. I liked how he started. Holmes after next to wide receiver. And then I thought he was going to miss the mark. And I was like, ooh, he's kind of waiting long for that second QB. Then he picked up Ben Roethlisberger, then Jameis Winston, and then even got, Matt Jones. Let's see what happens with that guy. I think he kind of saved it with that, but his depth on running back is a little light, with Sermon and Hines. Hines could maybe RB3 status or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens in San Francisco if he has it, basically that's the only part that I didn't like. The team. I gave him a solid B on that though.
And
There you
help him
go.
out.
Yeah, I have to go with an A, man. When you pick up this type of talent with Mahomes and Roethlisberger, I figure they're going to pick up points. Roethlisberger's not going to be great, but he's definitely, I think, worthy of a QB2. And then you have, obviously, Mike Thomas and Scary Terry as your wide receivers. That's going to, kind of make up
Crazy.
for that. Exactly. And then you got Bobby Trees, who we all love here, as your wide receiver 3. But I agree with Frank, what he's saying on running backs. It hurts my heart to kind of, with my Mostert love, that the hype that Sermon's starting to get now with the Jeff Wilson kind of injury that happened. I kind of hope it ain't so. It's almost like this Niner backfield is almost starting to look like this whole Rojo Fournette kind of thing going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So Mostert's kind of dropping for me there. I have to think with my head and not my heart, even though I'm repping the red here. But overall, I have to say it's an A. When you grab that fourth quarterback, to me, it gives you a lot of options on the trade market. He has a lot of assets here. As far as the draft goes, I think it's an A draft because he can do a lot of things with this post draft.
I knew you were going to like the trade. I had him as an A before we started. But the
it's
depth
okay.
of them,
Don't let me
depth on
talk
the
you
running
into
back.
it, Frank. Stay with your guns.
I literally went back down. I had him as an A, but I was like, the depth of the running back, I don't like.
It's scary. I'm kind of coming around, man.
I'll say this: I don't want to face him in the playoffs. But if he has somebody go down, he's definitely having to trade. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what kept it in the A for me, and what kept it out of an A plus.
Yeah, because you can trade your way out of it.
Exactly. If he would have nailed that running back 3, we would have been talking
A plus
draft.
Yeah, for sure.
Rover represent.
Hey, which is tough to do at that position.
Yeah, number 1. Yeah, for sure.
So one of the hardest things I had to do during this draft is right now trying to pronounce his name. Brian. I think it's just Brian, and he spelled it like fancy 89. I'll give it to him, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I think it's just a little tongue twister, you know?
You got it. I think you nailed it.
So I think we're kind of all gonna hit on the same points here. I'll let you guys have the floor. He middle of the pack for me. If we had season Fs, but I mean, compared to everybody else, like, hey, welcome. You're my second lowest grade.
Yeah.
I'll take this one since you had the ride first. L. Bryan, new drafter here. Appreciate you coming out. You go McCaffrey and AJ Brown. You kind of steal my heart with that there, so I kind of can't grade you too hard from there. And then you just turn around and rip my heart out and grab Jacobs there as your RB2, and then you totally redeem yourself with ETN. You know, there with your RB3. So again, and then I like, you know, Harris there as an RB4. So it's kind of, you know, pulling with me. You have Lawrence and Zach Wilson, obviously. You guys know, you know, no QB3 for me. There's no way you're getting an A. You know, so then I'm just looking around overall talent, and I have to give him a B minus. I couldn't get him into that C range just because of the McCaffrey, AJ Brown, you know, ETN. You know, the rest of the team's solid, you know, even down there with Pittman and Corey Davis. TJ Hawkinson is the tight end, Jamar Chase. I mean, he has some good names. So I couldn't
What
drop
a
it
roller coaster of emotions.
It was, man. It was just all over the place, man. This guy was just swinging. Yeah, it was like A plus F. Like, yeah, it was just all over it. So I had to settle in.
10.
Exactly. So I settled in there at a B minus. Couldn't, you know, quite get higher than that, but couldn't go in the C range just because of the names he has there. You know, those guys can win weeks.
I had no problem going into the C range.
Tell us why he's lower.
No problem. I'm looking at it right now.
Tell us why he's lower, Frank.
And basically starting with 2 rookie tight end quarterbacks, and he took what was it? I have my notes here. Just weak on the right receivers. Just a weak on the right. I mean, I like Brown, but I mean the rest of it's like pretty weak. And then just the 2 starting quarterbacks being rookies and not taking a third, as Anthony mentioned, just drops it to a C to me. Those names are big, but I don't think they're going to carry this team at all.
Hey, one thing for everybody that's listening, one thing you guys got to know, besides me or whatever, like we try to take it easy on you guys. Like, hey, they're cool, you know, they're writing us all the time, that kind of stuff. Like, hey, we try to throw all that stuff out once it comes to the draft. Don't get your feelings hurt. Get better. That's why we're here. We're going to keep doing more drafts. We're trying to be as honest as possible. So, like, if your drafts suck, like, that's our duty to tell you that it sucked. We don't want to get your head all pumped up going into the draft. So, hey, we don't mean it. Like, we don't hate you as a person. I mean, unless you're
just
drafting, like, you know. It depends.
I think his name is El Brock. I think his name is El Brock. Yeah.
Bra? Yeah.
Hey, I like it. Yeah, help us out there, man. We appreciate you either way for coming out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just rookie QBs, man. Would have been nice to just have one solid one.
My goats.
My goats.
A goat. He's beginning to be a goat on this show. Yeah. He really shocked nobody with the Saquon Barkley pick.
I
mean, we don't need to break that one down. I love this man's quarterback. Just a solid team, man. I really liked it. I like what he did.
Yeah.
What do you got him for?
I'm at a B plus, man.
That's exactly what I gave him.
Oh, okay.
I gave him a B plus.
So we're right there. Where are you at, Frank?
It's a B plus 3 also here.
Oh, we trifecta. B plus.
Trifecta on the B plus. The only reason I gave him.
That doesn't happen a lot, guys. That does not happen a lot.
It's the only reason I give him a B plus is that the RBs are, weak as far as like the depth. I don't know. Just that seemed like to be the only downside. I was surprised that he was able to pull this team together, taking Kelsey in the second round like that, and maybe that's why they bumps it up. That's why I give him a B plus. It's just shy of an A, I think. Just something.
Right. And he's got enough talent to where he can pull this thing together. But no, that's first ever. So let's move on.
And the Drew Lock.
Wilson 27. I like his team, man. I give him an A minus. What'd you guys think?
A minus. Wow. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I'm close. I had to go B
Frank's
plus.
not
B plus.
Frank's
Yeah,
got him
where
way
you-
down there.
Oh, you must have him down. Where are you at,
No,
man?
no,
Tell me.
it's-
Tell
I
me.
gave him an A. I gave him an A also.
Oh, really?
go
You're
A
the
plus,
I just gave
highest
him an A.
out of us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
You
you
have the
shocked
floor, my
me.
friend. Yeah, let's
Yes.
go.
No, I just
Frank doesn't
like the
give A's
makeup of the
out.
team. Derrick Henry, Burrow, Gibson, Allen getting the wide receiver again, then going another running back. I mean, we always like running backs. And then he started stacking it with Tua and Darnold. Another running back and Connor. I mean, like he's stacked in running backs. You know what I mean? Logan Thomas, I think he's going to have a good year. And I like the wide receivers. He took Keenan Allen, Kenny Galladay, Gallup down here, Marquise Brown.
Totally.
I think it's solid, dude. I really like the team. I think it's solid. That's how I give him a solid A, man.
Wow.
Hey, I think that is never.
I'm like, he's changing my mind.
I'm telling you, dude. Look at the running backs he's got.
Right.
So I'm just saying.
Did Frank go soft
You
on
had
us?
me at running backs. Yeah, I'm like,
You
had
may
me
have
at
been
as
Frank's
running
first
backs.
day ever.
Seriously,
No,
we'll
I'm
have to
just
check
And
the
he
tape
continues
on
the trend. It's still Wilson again.
Let's go. He got the $20 of 4 and he's pulling an A now.
Right?
Wilson
Hey,
27.
Wilson, you
Let's
got
go,
Frank's
my
heart.
guy. Let's
you got
go.
Frank's heart. I don't know how you did it. Many have
There it
tried,
is.
many have failed. Speaking of failing, no, I'm just kidding. Hey, MJ Daniel 96.
Hey, don't let him fool you
new
with
drafter.
that. It's because he knows you're a Niner fan. This is my guy we met on Twitter here. And another shout out to my guy here for his channel. Go check him out. Matt Daniels doing a Niner podcast on YouTube. But yeah, man.
Oh, just Niners only?
Yeah, he's he focuses on Niners only. And we might have him on here.
So is he
as a
here
guest
from the
one
Bay?
day. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to find out, dude. We're about to
Alright.
connect and see what's going on. We might have to fill this other square here, and it'll be 2 Niners versus 2 Cowboys
Okay.
guys, and we'll have to kind of even the playing
I'm not
field
sure
here a
we're
little
down.
bit.
Here goes Anthony giving an A plus. Hey, for marketing reasons, this guy's getting an A plus from Anthony. Frank, you got the floor. Be honest with us.
I give him a solid B on it.
A B.
A B. I just don't like, QBs, Garoppolo, Wentz. Let's see what happens with, Wentz over there. If he could have an incredible season or just a down season. I like his, Diggs here, but I don't like Adams. I think, with the whole question marks with Aaron Rodgers and who's going to be throwing at this guy and things like that, I think in my rankings, he's dropped a lot along with Aaron Rodgers till we find out what's really going on with these guys. But again, this is just a mock draft, and if that guy's does what he did anywhere near what he did last year, it's solid. But just it's just the running backs in general. They're started getting kind of weak with Chase Edmonds, Zach Moss. I did like just the QBs, man. I don't know. It's just a B to me. Just the QBs and the running backs.
Tell us why you gave him an A plus. Besides the marketing and strategic partnership
and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's just look at it.
I
It's
don't know
2
any of
blue
that
versus
stuff, so.
1 red. It's real, man. It's real out here.
It's not even the right color red.
Whatever, man. Get off me.
At least it's
Get
not
off
the
me.
Browns. Not even
Why are you
brown.
bringing the Browns into it now?
I'm just saying it's not even brown though.
No, that's good. No, so I got my guy Matt here. I got him at I got him at a A minus, man. I like the depth.
Oh wow.
I like the no, man. Hey, it's the QBs.
No, for real. Go ahead.
It looks like it's there again. The starting lineup. Again, if Rodgers does play there with Diggs, again Montgomery, Davis. I do like Davis, of course, more as an RB3, like I always say, instead of an RB2. But overall, I think he has depth. He has the wide receivers there. He has Julio. I know you like that pick, man. Julio is his wide receiver 3. He can trade out a lot of this stuff, man. I gave it an A minus. He knows what he's doing. Let's go.
I gave him a B minus, just for the record. I didn't beat him up too hard.
Hey,
and
that's
a lot
actually
of it is
pretty
just the
good.
running backs.
That's
and
really
for
well.
getting Carson Wentz on your team, for me to give you a B minus having Carson
That's
Wentz.
good.
I don't care if he threw for 8,000 yards this year.
that's kind of why I'm in the B range, just because
the offer still
and Jimmy
stands.
G. You know what I mean? Because everything else is solid. You know, the wide receivers are solid, the running backs solid. That's depth, but you know, like you're saying, Mike Davis could be our RB3. I'm not too fond of David Montgomery. I still think he's gonna flop somehow.
Frank, hey, you beat him up enough. Let's move on.
Well, I'm just saying it personally.
Hey, hey, so we
Don't
got a
listen
new
to that
drafter,
hate.
guys. Hey,
Let's
Bill
go.
Harris Jr.
Oh,
Let's go, Bill.
oh, you don't want to hear that.
Oh, wow. Hey, Bill. Hey, I gave Bill a better grade than MJ. I gave him a solid B.
B.
A B.
Wow. I gave him a
Frank?
solid F for taking Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
Hey, dude, that was coming.
So you knew it was coming. That's a waste of a pick. I don't know why you're even doing that. Your whole rest of the draft got messed up. Started
What
solid
if Deshaun,
with Cook and
Deshaun said 6 games? Let's say that, and he picked him up in the 7th round?
he's not
You're just
sitting
not
6
having
games, dude. He's not even playing. They've already said he's not going to play this whole next season.
Hey, Bill, you have to know what you're walking into. That is one of the better grades.
I'm like,
one of the better grades Frank has ever given with somebody with Deshaun Watson pick. So
I'm just done with it. You should know that guy should be your last pick at best, if you even consider taking him. I wouldn't even consider taking him.
Are you setting us up, Frank? I think
know
Frank's
he's gonna grab him
up.
as his QB too.
Yes. He's trying to set us all up. You know something we don't, Frank.
He's Herb Smith in this.
Yeah.
I know that's just paying out. That's all I know.
Hey, what'd you give him, Matt?
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I gave him a solid B. You know, with those running backs, I think even crazy enough how he goes Ridley and then Jerry Jeudy is his wide receiver too. To me, that's actually still kind of solid, considering he has Waller almost as his wide receiver 2, if not wide receiver 1. You know, depending on kind of how you look at that. And again, just overall with Fields, it looks more and more every day like Fields going to be taking over there in Chicago. You know, apparently in OTAs he's doing, you know, great, but everything's just leaning towards, you know, it's only a matter of time, before he takes over.
It always looks good in practice, bro. Let me see you in a real game.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, you know, you never know.
See how he does when he starts taking hits.
Not done with this guy.
In that F,
I'm just saying.
You know, I'm going to keep jabbing him in there. Yeah, hey, I already said F, and here's a little board. But, you know, again, other than that, you know, I like Mooney. You know, we all know, you know, what he says over there. And, you know, Chenault and, and St. Brown. So right now. I love those lotto picks down there at the end. For what they could be, and so overall it's a B team to me.
Frank, anything on this team that you'd like to cover before we
go
move
ahead
on?
finish
no,
it
I'm
off.
just gonna sit up.
Hey, he's just ready.
He's steaming. Like, why would you draft this
guy up?
I can't even wrap around my head.
Even understand. It's like, why are you even playing fantasy football if you're drafting Deshaun Jackson? Like, don't even come to our mock drafts.
Don't listen to him, guys.
Don't let him fool you guys.
Hey, I think David Johnson's his worst pick, but I could tell he didn't feel good about his own receivers, so he kept going receivers. But hey, get an extra running back if you can. That would be my biggest advice. Next, before Frank tears him up again, hey, let's share the love to jlyle. Jlyle. Is that a Chiefs? Is that Chiefs? This guy's a Chiefs fan.
Is it? I don't know. Don't let it sway.
That's dropping his grade. No, I'm just kidding. I'll give him the same
That's
grade.
not blue. That's not like a blue, red, silver looking.
I feel like that's it looks like Kareem Hunt in a Chiefs jersey.
That's old school.
Can we blow this thing up? That's going to affect his grade. He's already at a B-. Let's see. Bucky, I don't know how to blow it up.
Hey, stay out of my head.
I like his team.
Stay out of my head.
Did you B- him?
B-.
Break it down. And give him Frank give him an A?
Nah.
Did it happen again? No.
I know, like, so he went under.
He's a C for me.
Oh, go ahead. You have the floor. Let's go.
And the reason I tell you this is because he's got George Kittle, then DJ Moore, Williams, and then Mark Andrews pops in there, and then he doesn't take another wide receiver till like round 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 9. And then the wide receiving core, I just think is weak. And what are you going to do? You're going to be trading away tight ends like at that kind of position that, I don't know, dude. Like that's
this
not
guy
a
would
strong...
attract me in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
this guy would get an RB2,
I guess that's what you want to do.
Tight end, and a wide receiver.
I would have just took a running back or a wide receiver there and been happier with the team altogether. You know what I mean? I don't care so much about Trey Lance. Being the third QB, he could be something by the end of the year or by the time you need him if you need to use him. I just think that you could have just, shored up your wide receiving core better than just taking another tight end. That's what it's.
Yeah, no, but I'm right there, man. I think the team has potential when you're looking at it as far as, okay, are you drafting for, longevity? Are you building depth? And do you have assets that are going to be tradable, to fill out whatever holes or, deficiencies you may have just based on how the draft, falls to you. So I think the way the draft kind of fell to him, he kind of made the most out of the situations, he was in. Being in the 7th spot. And again, this is a real competitive draft. Look at how, this draft is laying out. You're, drafting with a lot of guys that were given B's and A's to. So when you think about, what he was able to pull out, to me, giving a B- to a guy that pulls 2 tight ends in the first, what is that, 8 rounds? To me, that's tough. Like that's a good grade.
Yeah.
But I couldn't give him a C because of the guys he pulled. It makes up for that receiver depth that he is lacking. And I think with, again, knowing that, he's drafting with maybe someone like me who's willing to give up an RB3, a wide receiver 3, and a tight end, 3-for-1 trade in some mixture of that form to get a
you're
Kittle.
just praying and hoping that you get the trade done.
Oh, it'll happen. So it'll happen.
Yeah, I know. You always feel that the trade can happen.
You can't base a grade off possible trade.
Possible trade, yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. Assets clearly.
But you don't know. I agree. Hey, in having depth, you are able to trade. But as far as your actual draft.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it, if I had this team, what could I do with it? Right? That's my perspective you're getting. We're at a B-.
I get it.
It's not great. It was still
like,
borderline
what can I do with
C+.
it? Whereas you could have had something better.
But he has some good names there.
I like the start. It was solid. That's where he went. But anyways, moving on.
Let's jump into my boy, FF Season. I always love his drafts.
Don't leave out the 1.
Sorry, FF Season 1. I left a few of your guys' my goats. I left 05 out, so we'll just recap all these later.
I said all of it. Don't worry, I got you guys. Those other guys are other different people.
My man is up for a 3-way tie of my best grade, but I actually did mark who I thought got the best draft. I'm not going to tell you guys who that is. FF Season, you jumped it off with the A for me. Your quarterback, go down the list, like, killed it. I would have made small changes, but if I was going to orphan a team, this would be one of the teams I was looking at. Can we move on? Everybody give him an A?
I'm there. A.
Yeah, I give him an A. I just give him an A just
okay.
by the build of the team alone. By the build of the team alone, like you were saying, quarterback, running back, 2 QBs, running back, 3 wide receivers. Doesn't take it Gronk till 11th round. Like he was still available at that point. Somebody slept on him. Still at the draft right there.
This guy took Troutman. Troutman went before him.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. Tanyan, I don't know, whoever all these other guys started. But Carter, that's the only thing that's like kind of weak on is the running back depth. But
love that pick, Season. Love it.
I love
you like
that.
it? You like Carter there?
Every day, dude. That hype is growing.
It's still the Jets, though, bro. It's still the Jets.
Hey, Adam Gase.
I'm just saying.
He's right.
Don't believe the hype, bro.
Right.
Don't believe the hype. It's still the Jets.
You're right. You're right. Hey, sorry.
Everybody's good at practice.
Exactly, bro.
Hey, they're just in shorts.
We're talking practice, right?
Man.
Shorts and helmets, guys. Shorts and helmets.
But yeah, it's still a solid A, regardless, man. Still give you an A.
Hey, that's huge to pull 3 A's from us. I mean, hey, that's a solid one. All right.
Hey, all I want to point out is the 4 QBs. That's it. I'm just saying. Like, I love 4 QBs.
ridinroundinarover, FF Season, and KingSaab were my 3 highest grades. KingSaab, I'm giving you my best draft. I don't think
Just
I
like
need
that.
to harp on that. Yeah.
That's
what
it.
happened.
Enough said.
Dude,
Mic
that's
drop.
it.
Hey,
Hey,
forget about it.
Dustin
Forget
out.
about it.
Dustin out.
Yeah, I gotta say it's pretty freaking solid, dude. 2 running backs right off the bat, Zeke and Jones, Stafford, Ryan, and just dumps wide receivers, Robinson, Cooper, Johnson, Sutton. Another quarterback, Carr, which I really care
Dude,
about.
even Derek Carr right there. I mean,
Drake late, you get Drake late, 2 tight ends. The only thing he's a little weak on is the running back. I would have took one more running back somewhere, but it doesn't really matter. The team's so solid, you're not going to want to face it in the playoffs. That's for sure.
yeah.
Best playoff team by far.
And with Stafford and
Even
Ryan,
if he
dude.
loses a couple weeks that he doesn't have a bye week filler, he's winning most weeks.
Yeah,
And to pull
he's
that off
winning
after
most
taking
weeks.
2 running backs back to back,
Yeah.
like that's tough to do in a you know what I mean, in a super
Yeah.
flex.
Superflex, yeah. Yeah, he went running back, stuck to his guns, and then just.
So how come all 3 of us didn't give him an A+ though? Like if we're all this big on an A.
I didn't give him the A+ because of the running back depth. The running back depth is the only little weak spot.
And that's where we're at, right? That's why we don't have
an A. I mean, what do you mean? I mean, come on, A+. I mean, we're really
right.
It's an A.
So instead of Sutton, if he has, let's say, Deontay Johnson, Edmonds, Harris, Rojo, Connor,
Rojo would have been nice there,
or even Michael Carter, it's an A+, right?
Michael Carter, yeah, that would have been A+, yeah.
Right.
I think if it excited me after his 11th pick, I would have possibly changed because I think Drake's a solid pick.
I like Drake where you
goes
took
down
him.
again.
Is
I think Derek Carr that low is a steal.
Yeah, I like where he took Derek Carr way low like that. That's
he's not even going to need that running back.
Yeah.
And if barring injury with
give me Michael Carter.
Jones,
give me Michael Carter instead of Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, and he did pick up some of the.
You're just sleeping on Cortland. That's all it is.
He's his RB. It's his wide receiver 4.
He's got trade.
I mean, it's a great wide receiver 4.
When someone else does it, you call it trade
a wide receiver 4.
Yeah, but when this guy's doing it, it's not good enough.
Receiver for running back. You're not.
You don't know how. You don't know how to trade wide receivers. That's the problem.
That's terrible.
You are Mr. Running Back. Hey, you want all the running backs, and you want to trade running backs. You can trade tight ends. You can trade wide receivers. Believe it or not.
I would give him something, but not. I'm getting the better end of the deal. I'm not trading him like you're not getting the better running back. Anyway, go ahead.
You're going to be trading. I'll be sending you offers too, and I want it fair. I'll take your tight ends. I'll take your wide receivers. Anthony, whichever side you're on.
I love those sides too. I have the running back, so I need to trade for those positions.
Shows your true color. You're looking to take advantage of people in trades. I'm not. Send your trades my way, people.
Whoa, where did that come from?
Let's move on.
Seed planter.
Hey, I'm already, yes. Hey, I'm stirring the pot too. Hey, Blanks 87.
New drafter.
Definitely did way better than the guy after him.
Whoa.
What? Hey, just being honest, dude. Just trying to be real with our followers. I gave him a B+. Small tweaks. He could have had a really good team, but I have him right there in the B+ range. Not quite an A. What do you guys think? Frank, what'd you give him?
I'm still in the A range right now.
You're in the A range?
I'm at an A.
Okay.
I like Jackson. I like the running backs. I like Kirk Cousins. Jackson. I like the wide receivers. 3 solid running backs. 3 solid wide receivers. 2 tight ends. The tight ends, Noah Fant was really low. If you got 4 QBs, what's not to like about this team?
The fact that his number 1 and 2 receivers are on the same team, I don't know. That was kind of one thing that stood out to me. And then his number 2 receiver is going to be T. Higgins. That was where you lost me, my man. Other than that, your team's good. I'm not a big fan of Cousins. CH, I don't think is a number 2 running back. But again, that's just me. I would have went Miles Sanders there. Boom, changes the whole dynamic of your team. I can see why you don't. Injuries, stuff like that. But it's only one football over there in Kansas City, and they do not give it to CEH in the end zone. Sorry. I digress.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I don't
like
like
it.
CEH
Hey,
that much either.
I like it. I
Sorry,
like
hey,
it.
there's a lot of passion in
That was a
that one,
nice
okay?
take. I like it.
Fantastic
was a good take.
I'm loving it.
And
Blanks 87, my guy. I got you here as an A. First time drafter with us. That doesn't come out very strong. I have to agree with my guy here, Frank. It's an A draft, man. You got. I think he's a fantastic RB2. You can't tell me otherwise. Like Fournette is an RB3. You know, he has a nice handcuff and Pollard, and like you said, the reason he doesn't get the A+ is just for the reasons why Dustin said. But to me,
Yeah.
it wasn't enough to drop it down out of an A range, because again, he does get that fourth quarterback as a lotto ticket. And to me, if Rodgers ends up
ridiculous.
getting traded or doesn't play, that is going to be worth so much
That's a
value that
solid number one.
he
Dude.
can get
Are you
another
kidding me?
wide receiver 1 or an RB2 easily
You
to
can
fill
trade
in
that
and
up to
create
a
that
solid
depth.
RB2.
And that's his last pick of the draft. I mean, that to me, again, keeps it at an A. But just those other things Dustin mentioned is why it's not an A+. But even again, the more I
Ridiculous
talk
take,
about
guys.
that, yeah, it's there. So we're all good. I mean, we're there.
I agree
You
with
should have-
everything he said, but that's
We're
why
splitting hairs.
Yeah,
He averaged an A-. That's not bad.
yeah, exactly. Now,
Hey, do we need to take hey, do we take a break for this one? Like, I don't even want to recap. You guys go ahead. You already know the grade I'm giving this guy.
Go ahead, Frank, take it away. We didn't have you last time. I
the
didn't
only
have you
thing
to
that you
defend
didn't get
myself
the A
against
on
this
me,
guy.
I gave you a B only because of the tight end being taken on the last pick and first
That's
year.
an F.
I know
Hey,
that
that's
you
an F
like
for
him.
you, Frank.
I know that he's your breakout or that guy that's going to be okay for you. And I think that's not the guy. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, that's fine. I mean, other than that, your team's solid. You have like two top QBs in Prescott and Wilson. You know, you're solid starters in every week. Miles Sanders is solid. Swift is getting there. I like the wide receivers of Godwin.
His tight end's name is Ferksker.
Yes. But that's exactly why that's a B
They
range
said he
team.
was catching passes in OTAs, okay? This was last week. That was hot
practice,
news.
right? Practice again, right?
That was hot news at the time.
All right.
He was
You
catching
dropped
passes.
your guy Cole Kmet. He didn't get drafted.
Hey,
We're not buying that. Hey, you're double jinxing it.
Yeah.
We're not falling for it.
It's a B.
F-draft.
It's a B because of that. You know that. You know why.
Super solid. 5 out of your 6 first picks. I'll say super. If you can walk away with Prescott and Wilson, like, come on now.
right.
I mean, I like where you got Goff at for the third QB. You know, taking the flyer on Tyrod Taylor later on, even, and that's where you take somebody on Houston. He's actually doing the opposite of taking Deshaun, the guy that gets the F.
This draft is totally Anthony. That's all I could. That's all I could rank it.
It's
If you guys
geared to
watch,
trade. It's geared to
it's
trade.
my kind of team.
Like if we all got together and drafted your team, like we already.
This would be the team.
You don't even have to show up. We can just draft for you, literally.
I can't wait till 1 year. I'm just gonna bribe everybody. Just like, don't draft Anthony. Whatever you do, don't. Draft
I know there's gonna be
There's
coup.
20 on it for everybody.
Yeah, but I'm still good. Yeah, you guys would pay everybody just to not trade me. Don't listen to these guys. Cutting that out.
We'll get you in the listener league. Wink, wink.
Hey, so to follow it up with back-to-back Fs.
I'd have to agree on this one.
Corin, 1298, new drafter. We appreciate you coming in the draft. You obviously didn't catch the memo. I don't mean that rudely, but this was a super flex by drafting only one quarterback in that late with Daniel Jones. You can do that in a regular flex, when you got wide receiver, running back, or tight end. You can't do that in this kind of draft. So with that being said, I don't want to harp on the guy.
Honestly, if this was even a regular draft, it'd still be that C at best.
What? With that wide receiver core?
No way. Yeah, that's easily in a 1 QB league. That's an A draft in a 1 QB league.
You think so with Daniel Jones?
I mean, Chubb Gaskins, but I'm just saying
they're
you
really
could trade
high
out of
on
that.
Daniel Jones.
And Gaskins is
all
your number 2 RB.
All right, I take it back. That was a
it's
hot
a C
take.
at best.
I say B.
That was a hot take.
That was B plus.
Either way, in the super flex without a second QB, period, it's an F. How are you going to start the season without your 2 QBs? That's it.
Yeah,
So
And I
I
was
mean,
there.
obviously, maybe he didn't know that that's what the case was, and all those kind of things. And maybe that's why everybody else ended up with so many A's this time around, because this guy was just giving everybody else the goods.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happens when you have kind of an auto draft, and he did auto draft here after I believe Hopkins. We did tell him it was a Superflex team, and tried to tell him he could probably save it, but you know, sometimes that happens. Since then, he's actually joined our Get Right Fantasy Sleeper channel. So
And
he's
Oh no,
there
no,
now.
then he got to beat it. Never mind. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
yeah.
forgot.
So no, yeah. So he's on
Hey,
there
we
now.
can be bought. Hey, we can
Yeah.
be bought
Oh,
very
yeah.
easily, my guy.
No,
Easily. Hey, we appreciate the support. He's a subscriber now. So
You
that
throw
just
a tweet
shows
or
you.
two, Anthony's
Hey,
tossing you at least a B range.
absolutely. No, hey,
Or
you-
he
my
just won't
man.
grade you. He'll respectfully decline to grade your team
Exactly.
like
And
he's
that's what I
doing right
say.
now.
I don't grade auto drafters. We all know what happened. I give you a pass, as everybody knows. From those of you, we have a couple of our regulars now that have been auto drafters in the past. You know, they left halfway through. You know, sometimes people feel, you know, they're not drafting good. They kind of don't want to get the, you know, constructive criticism that we give out. But, you know, I reach out to them afterwards and let them know, hey, dude, things happen. This is why we do this. You know, this is practice. You know, it's not, you know, we're not here to embarrass you guys. You know, we're here to just, you know, let you know what our thoughts, our opinions are. You know, take them or leave them. But either way, we're going to give them to you. And, you know, we just hope at the end of it, you know, you're able to go in and dominate your draft. You know, that's why we're here to help you guys out. So, sorry for the PSA.
If all three
but
of us give you a bad grade, it's because you sucked.
yeah,
It's
it didn't work
It's
out.
nothing to do
Yeah.
with us.
Hey, that's
Get
just the
better.
computer. The computer sucks, man. Sleeper sucks.
You
The
got
auto
less than
draft
100
sucks.
days. Less than 100 days before the season starts. Let's
Yeah,
get it
let's go.
together.
Roll your
If you guys
sleeves up.
haven't yet, you already know how to get in touch with us. You can get us on YouTube, Twitter, Sleeper.app. If you want to get in the drafts, if you want to invite your friends to the drafts, maybe they need to work on some stuff. We're going to continue to grade these things. We'll be breaking down a lot more football content once it gets closer to the season. But we want to help you out, kind of get an idea of what you want to do moving in. So with that, I'll just say we're going to jump to our next draft. Anthony, Frank, appreciate all your guys' insight, you guys being here, helping out, all the hard work you guys do behind the scenes. And roll your sleeves down.
Down.
Right, not up. Like,
It's the
roll
end
them
time.
down now.
Yeah.
Roll
You got to relax, man.
Yeah.
just for
Work
a
is
little
done.
bit, because
The
we're
work
on
is
to the
done.
next draft.
Exactly.
We're on to the next draft, boys.
Hey, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Oh,
Right.
you took my line so high. I love that line.
Oh, we were going to it together. We're out,
Good
man.
shit, bro.
It's-
Peace out, guys.
It's closing time, guys.